welcome back to part 2 of the African map. Now in our last video we did everything on the eastern side and the central southern part, and now we're going to go ahead and just focus on this northern part with the eastern countries. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with our 18. I'm going to drop this and go all the way down to the Tropic of Cancer. So I've hit that line, and that's going to give us a split for all of the rest of the central countries, excuse me. Okay, I am going to go ahead and take this line that we just made, and I'm going to go to the middle of Sudan. There we go. So now I've hit Sudan. Now I'm going to take this line that I just made. I'm going to find where I made the Republic of Congo, and I'm going to line that up, and then I'm going to shoot that line all the way up. So now we've gotten Chad and Libya. There we go. Okay, now let's go ahead and we're going to make Niger, Nigeria, and Cameroon. So for Niger, excuse me, I keep doing that. We're gonna go and hit about the middle where on the prime meridian, where the equator and the Tropic of Cancer, we're gonna go just to the left. So I'm actually gonna make a little dot so I can remind myself that's where I wanna go. So I'm gonna make a little dot. So it's not one of the official dots, but it's one that I'm just making so that I can remember. And then I'm gonna drop that down. So it shouldn't be right at the 12, it should be next to the 12. So you should have a line that goes just left of the 12. Okay, now I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to turn it slightly because I want to take the 12 and I'm going to go just above. Oh, you know what? I missed one country. I want to make one country. So I'm going to erase where I wrote Chad. I'm going to move it up. And then my South Sudan line, I actually want to go ahead and just cross that over. There we go. Now I can make Central African Republic. Central African Republic. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to take my 12, and just above that Central African Republic, I'm going to angle my ruler so that I go just above that, and I'm going to make a line. That's going to help us lead into the next section. So I just made Cameroon. And then I'm going to square off this line that I just made so that I can make Niger and Nigeria. So Niger, Nigeria. I always say the longer name this goes on the bottom, and then we put the shorter name on the top. Okay, now we've got all of our central countries. How was that? That was awesome. Okay, now we're going to take our Nigeria line, the one that we just made, and I want to go and cross over the 13 dots. I'm going to take this, and I am going to use a ruler, and I'm just going to cross over about the same distance that I did from where it is now, and I'm going to drop down. Now there are 3 countries in this itty bitty spot here. So we have Ghana, which is going to draw a line on the 13. So Ghana, and then I'm going to split this itty bitty block in half, and thankfully 2 small countries go in there. Togo, Togo, and then Benin, Benin. So I was actually able to fit it in there. If you can't, you can always draw lines that can go to it. Okay, now we're going to do the Ivory Coast. I don't speak French, but Côte d'Ivoire is how do you say it. But I'm going to go up, and I'm going to hit that Nigeria, the just above the Nigeria. So kind of like you did down here with the Equatorial Guinea section. So we've got, you know, our 3 blocks and then one that kind of goes around it. And then we're gonna cut that again right here, square it off. So we got the Ivory Coast. I just do that because we're not doing French, sorry. And then Burkina Faso, F-A-S-O. Okay, almost done with these southwestern countries. The next one we're gonna go ahead do, and actually I wanna jump up a little bit because I like to try to create blocks and then cut them. So in between 6 and 16 and 17, I'm gonna find my Nigeria corner and I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it in half. So there we go, cut it in half. And then I'm gonna make one just to the left of the prime meridian. I'm gonna go down a bit. And then at 16, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go down a bit, and then I'm gonna connect those two. And that just made 2 countries, one on one side, one on the other. This is Morocco. This one is the Western Sahara. Western Sahara. Okay, Algeria is this big block that we just made. Algeria. Okay, and then we're going to do, we have this line here, and then I'm gonna go in between 15 and 16. I'll write 16 out here so that we can see it get better. 15 and 16, I'm gonna go in between it, and I'm gonna kind of mirror this line that we just made. So I'm gonna go down, can't do this freehand, so I'm gonna ruler it, down and across. This is Mauritania, M-A-U-R, Mauritania. Ooh, squeezed it in. All right, and then we're almost there. We're gonna take the corner of right here. Oh, I kind of made that a little big. Well, we're gonna take this corner right here and we're going to cut it over and hit this Burkina Faso right here. And this country we just made is Malawi, or excuse me, Mali. Malawi's over here, Mali. And then we've got a whole bunch of countries in here and we're gonna just squeeze them on in. So this one we're gonna take at 15, we're gonna go ahead and hit the line. Then we're gonna bounce down and we're gonna go in between 15 and 14. And then we're gonna go across to, I made that one just look kind of big. I'm gonna make this a little bit shorter. So closer to 15, then 14. And then we're gonna bounce over and we're gonna hit the Ivory Coast. And then that's gonna give us over here, we've got in between here, you've got this little strip here, and we're gonna make it like a little mouth. I like to say this is the teeth and then the mouth goes around it, because Gambia, you can think of the gums in your mouth. Gambia. And then Senegal is around it. So your gums and then your smile, Senegal. And then Guinea-Bissau is this little triangle here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just write it out here. Guinea-Bissau, B-I-S-S-A-U. And then you've got Guinea on top of that, or next to Guinea. And then you're gonna cut this in half, this last bit right here. You're gonna cut it in half, and you've got Sierra Leone and Liberia. you go. That is Africa. Most of it. There's some countries out here. But this is the main continent of Africa. You got this.